right, let's welcome to the stage Rob Benedict and Ruth Connell. I'll make love to you like you want me to, and I'll hold you tight, baby, all through the night. I'll make love to you like you want me to, and I will not let go till you tell me to. I'll make love to you. That was awesome, you guys. That was great. That was good. We don't want to leave. I love that. I love that I came out linked in arm, and as soon as she saw you singing, she ditched me for Mike. She was just like,
doing my robot mic bit. So.
yeah, it was a different bit. We were doing a different bit. We weren't doing that bit.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, enjoy Rob Benedict and Ruth Connell.
Hi.
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 I feel dirty now.
Is there anybody out there?
Yeah,
Hi.
Lots of people.
Yeah. Woo!
This is the very first time that Ruth Connell and I have had a panel at a creation convention.
We have no idea what's going to happen. Anything can happen.
I just found out a couple hours ago that we're even doing this.
That's sort of same. How do you feel about it?
I feel really good. Now I can just go right to the source when people ask me questions about you.
No, we should answer questions for each other.
Well,
I made a really dirty laugh over there. Okay. What questions were you going to ask?
are they dirty?
Dirty. Okay, so let's just begin.
Let's just
begin
do.
on this side. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want? That's a little bit I do.
That's what
you
you
have
do.
to do it.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Shauna. I am from Kelowna, BC, which is just a few hours
I know the Kelowna, Big White. I used to ski at Big White.
Okay, well that just made this entire con amazing. This is my first con.
Awesome.
I have a couple of character analysis questions for you too. So something that really struck me about particularly Chuck/God as he became was that the character was written very human. There was a lot of sort of human emotions and stuff that got played into that, and sort of how his devolvement towards the end of the series. I've heard the word, sort of petty thrown around a lot and that kind of thing.
Devolvement's a great word.
Thank you. I went to school for several years just to up my vocabulary. And so
It worked.
Thank you. What I'm wondering is, like, coming to that, knowing then though that you're also God, how you brought into your performance or into your mental process like a sense of the eternal, right? The omniscient, omnipotent. Related to that, Ruthie,
This is the fanciest question I've ever heard. I can't wait to hear your thesis. Let's just get Rob to answer his bit first. No, you can. No, you do your bit first.
I just want your agelessness, how you did the same thing for your agelessness as a 300-year-old witch. So.
Okay, that's easy because I'm just ageless. That's fine.
For me, with Chuck, it all came down to playing the human part of it was like playing a strict father. The pettiness and all that stuff, it went into like being the patriarch, the ultimate patriarch, the ultimate bad dad. But that's what it was a combination of sort of bad dad and then also frustrated writer. I mean, there were just a lot of things that sort of and the God part of it was sort of like just the ultimate power trip. Really, I can do whatever I want. I have the ability to do whatever I want.
That's what he's like in the house. There's a lot of Rob and Chuck. Especially the lovely emotional bit.
I miss the days when I had panels by myself.
This is what happened. This is what happens on a Ruth panel. It comes and goes.
Yes.
It fits and starts. It's a bit of a bloody mess.
Okay, very good.
Everyone likes it.
I know, and I do too. So that's what it is. When it was a lot of that. Like that was when I first was playing God. Even in season 11 with the boys, it was like when I was acting with them, I was really just sort of channeling, the dad that was the absentee father, So as an actor, that's kind of where I went, and that's kind of how I sort of made it like a real person, and.
Sitting and contemplating the cosmos and like staring into the abyss and being like, I created you, kind of thing.
A little bit, I mean, yeah.
Again, that's what he's like in the house.
That's what I'm like in the house, yeah. It really is. It's like, and also I think that my character is sort of was supposed to be like Eric Kripke created the show, right? So I'd go back to that as like the writer's like, I made you. You're mine. I can destroy you if I want to. That kind of.
I just go for tons of facials for the whole eternal thing.
I love the photos.
Does Rowena do a lot of Botox?
She doesn't need to. She's got magic Botox.
That's right.
It's called Magic B. And she just goes like injects it herself with her finger.
Oh, wow.
She could do yours too.
I bet she could, but I'm good.
No, she's ageless. I don't know what would happen if I did have to appear as Rowena again. They might have to CGI me. Or maybe some of the magic's wearing off.
How old is Rowena during the show?
So I did the math, and there's a bit where I mention the plague, and it's a joke to Crowley, like I haven't seen Flop Sweat, since so I worked out which plague it would be. I guessed I would have been born in like round about the 60s, but like 1665?
1665, yeah.
The 60s then.
Yeah.
So about like 300 and something.
So
that was my best guesstimate. And the only reason I worked that out was because when I got into Supernatural and I would read Tumblr, is that what it used to be called?
Yeah.
People were like so specific, and I was like, they know more about this than I do. So I was like, somebody's going to ask me that question, and you just did.
There you go. Was I the first person to ask you how old you were?
I think you were the first person that flat out asked me.
Wow. Well, because you're not supposed to ask.
It's actually rude.
Yeah, you're not supposed to ask
They were all too polite to do
Yeah.
it, but you just went right in there in front of all our friends.
So, and then, do we ever see you as you actually are? You know what I'm saying? Like you.
Like an old hag?
No. Like, is it ever like, where you like lose your powers or whatever, and we see you as like a really, really old person?
No, but that would be a really
That'd be kinda cool, right?
episode.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they could maybe get an older actress to play me.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? To get a really old actress. Like the actress in the Banshees of Inisherin.
Sharon, yeah.
Sharon, that we just saw that movie. That's a great movie. You should go and see it. Anyway, we're just talking amongst ourselves now. We should probably...
Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
I hope I wasn't rude to you. I wasn't rude.
You weren't.
I wasn't rude. I was just
You weren't rude.
interjecting.
You did great.
Hello. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
That was just...
I'm Sarah from Oregon.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
I'm really excited about Rob's new mysterious part, and I wanted to know if he had to come home and get approval for the new look prior to accepting.
So, a year ago at Christmas time, Rob went up the stairs. He had like a little bit like Father Christmas here. You had your long hair and your big beard at the time. And he went upstairs and he came downstairs and he shaved everything off. And I went, oh my God.
She was like, it was bigger than that. You're like, oh my gosh, you have to warn me.
I did say you could have warned me, and then he took offense, and I was like, no, I'm not saying I don't like it, I just was surprised. So anyway, I was gratified this year when he did the same thing. He just took it down to his tash, and Audrey, we've got a picture of Audrey's daughter having the same reaction, going. And so what I will say is, I think Rob's got a great shaped head. And I like seeing a bit more of his face. I think he looks younger. I really like it. When it's down to the wood and totally raw, like for the part, it's quite extreme, but I think he pulls it off. But now I think he looks gorgeous.
Thank you very much. I like down to the wood.
Down to the wood. Down to the wood, you know what I mean? Like rumped.
Yeah.
Down to the wood.
Rumped.
This is your Scottish lesson for the day.
And you did say that it's scratchy when I'm...
It's when it's the beard's soft, but when it's just shaved and like, it's just a bit scratchy. Ladies, gentlemen.
Sandpaper.
It's too much. Yeah, you
It's
need
hard.
like, you need this.
It's hard as the guy going in for the kiss. I'm just like, no,
I know.
it's
And again-
sketchy.
And then again, he's offended, and I'm like, dude, it's just I've just had a
I'm sensitive.
facial.
I'm sensitive.
Like, Rowena. Anyway, was that did we answer your question? Okay.
Very much.
Okay. Did we answer it too much? Okay. Phew. Do you want to do it? You go, what's your name?
Yeah, I know the line.
Actors.
I just want to just illustrate the reason that my feelings were hurt. It's really, you shave down to your actual face, like the face you were born with. And you walk into the room with a woman you love, and she's like, oh no! You should have warned me! I'm just saying that's why.
I just meant you should have warned me, not that again, you understand, not that I didn't like it. See, they're all nodding. And I'm going to give people a row. Like, it is your face, and people have opinions, and some people prefer the beard. Like, you don't have to share. Like, Rob comes home and he's like, somebody said to me, you should have kept the beard. He's like, oh, my face. And I was like, I'm going to tell them off. So consider yourself told off. Even if you did nothing wrong,
Yeah,
I'm telling
exactly.
you off.
Also, welcome to my world.
Also, we're in Canada, so nobody's that rude. Nobody's done
No,
it.
everybody's so nice.
You're lovely. I take it all back.
Okay, what's your name, and where are you from, and what is it that you want?
No! It's not. What is it that you want? It's what do you want?
Yeah, I did my spin on it.
My name is Angeli. I'm from Toronto. And my question for both of you was, if you could be best friends with any character in Supernatural, who would it be?
If you could be friends, me, Rob, or me as Chuck? Me, Rob. Me, okay.
You like.
Let me answer my question, and you answer for Ruth. Who would you want to be friends with?
Rowena.
I can see that, actually. I can definitely see that.
Maybe Chuck.
Oh, wow, okay.
But not definitely.
I would say Castiel. Yeah.
Yeah, you can make fun of Castiel.
Yeah, I feel like we'd be good buddies.
You would. But we are. You are.
And we are. What?
Basically
right.
just telling everyone we like Misha.
Yeah, we like Misha. But like, I like, Jensen and Jared a lot, but I don't know if we'd be friends. I might be friends with Sam. Dean intimidates me a bit.
That's such a good question, and I'm trying to think of the sincere answer that I would give. The sincere one. Me as Ruth.
Charlie.
As Ruth.
Charlie.
Oh, that's a nice one. That's nice. Still Rowena.
Oh, you know what else I think would be cool to be good friends with? Is Bobby. Like, I'd go to Bobby for anything. Hey, Bobby, I put my back out. You know what I mean? I feel like he'd be able to help me fix it. He can MacGyver anything together. It's so funny. I just walked in the room and said hi to Jim Beaver, and he looked at me like this, and I was like, hey, and he was like, oh, hey, and I hugged him, and I was like, I know, I look a little bit different, so you may not recognize me. He's like, no, I just chose not to recognize you. It's just by choice.
That's so Beaver.
So Jim, yeah.
So Jim. The first time I ever did a convention with Jim was Salt Lake City. We did a panel together, and I couldn't believe how truthful he was. Just says shit and gets away with it.
Doesn't care. Doesn't care anyway.
Doesn't care. He's been through stuff.
Yeah.
Hi. What's your name with the lovely dress
Hi,
on?
my name is Rowena.
No. Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
I rhyme with Ruth's name. So.
Oh.
Wow. Where are you from?
Sorry.
Oh, cool. Close by.
Okay.
And I'm going to say this. What do you want?
There you go.
I just wanted to know, it's a question, it's a different question, but the same question at the same time. So, for Ruth, which is your favorite scene? And for Rob, which scene is your favorite that you've directed, though?
One time I was in an airport, I think it was LAX, and I was stood at the check-in desk, And I noticed that the attendant that was helping the person next to me, and she had a badge on and it said Rowena. And I was flying up to Vancouver to play Rowena. And then the lady that checked in beside me was called Rowena. And I tried to explain to them and they didn't get it. They thought I was mad.
We actually live near a street called Rowena,
Which is why I'm called Rowena.
which is because the
Bob and Eugenie lived on the street adjacent to Rowena Avenue. So I've avoided your question.
what was the question?
The question
Favorite
was,
scene?
okay, what's Ruth's favorite scene, and is Rob's favorite scene that he's directed?
Well, I haven't directed any. That's Richard.
Oh, sorry.
We get confused a lot. Yeah,
Oh, that does happen. That's the first time I've witnessed it.
yeah.
Oh, he tells me that, and I'm like, no, they don't. That's so cute.
And then we can just do a similar. So which is both your
Me, my favorite scene that I did was when I got to play Fare Thee Well in Don't Call Me Shirley.
And would it be safe to say that because it was music and stuff that you kind of self-directed that because you learned it yourself? And no, but you did like.
No, I mean, I did my part, but it took a lot of different, I mean, Robbie Thompson had the idea to play that song. I learned it and made a different arrangement of it, but then the real Bob Singer directed it, so, credit to everybody involved there. But.
I knew that. I just wanted you to tell everyone. Thanks for
Do you
your
have a scene?
question.
You don't have a favorite scene?
No.
Okay.
It's too hard.
Okay.
I just did remember a favourite moment that I had with Rob on set. There's two, and they both involve willies.
Good night, everybody. We'll just take the check. Thank you.
So the first one was, remember, can we swap seats?
God, I'm so scared now.
We were sitting in, like in the boys' bunker, and you were in the seat, and I was in the seat, and we had a cup of tea, and we were reminiscing, and I was talking about Fergus's wee banger.
This is in the scene. This isn't in life. This is our, yeah.
Yeah. She's asked about what her favourite scene was.
Okay.
Good question. So his wee banger was flapping in the breeze, and we had a conversation about it. And then my other favourite moment with you, and I thought I was a very good friend to you at the time, was Rob. I was too high to stand up on this. Rob was up in a plinth as God, and it was near the end of the season. The wheels are coming off the train. There's whiskey in the trailer, and
I'm addressing the entire.
Rob's up.
Jensen,
Rob's up
Jared,
there. He's looking
Misha,
down,
Mark.
Jared, Jensen, Misha, Mark, me, all just staring up at Rob, and it's on Rob, and he's trying to keep it together and be really meaningful and sincere. And who's Jared put his finger through somebody's?
Yeah.
Somebody's.
It's always Jared. Through his own pants or someone else's pants?
Somebody else's pants.
And was like wiggling. Misha's pants.
This is what I had to deal with. But I was aware of all this jiggery-pokery going on beside me, and I was the only one that was just like looking at you, trying to be like a supportive actor.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, I'm rallying the troops, and we're going to get together and fight the darkness. And what we need to do is this and that and this and that, and this is what I'm looking at. Yeah, and Ruth's just like trying to keep it together. Yeah, the camera's on me. And those are the sort of situations too where then you start to laugh, and then the director's like, Rob, can we please keep it together? I'm like, it's not me. You're not seeing what these guys are doing.
Mark Shepard found there was a red ball, like a microphone ball, and he put it on his nose, so he did the whole thing with a red nose as well. It wasn't easy.
No.
That's what we had to work with. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Angel.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. I feel like you should just answer the directing
I should have been. My favorite scene that I directed.
was when I told Ruth to go over there and she actually did it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi both. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I just have to say that I'm missing the panda hat, Ruth.
Oh, the panda hat. Oh, were you in Italy?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
My
a good
name's Anna.
time.
I'm from Rome. I gave you the biscuit.
Thank you. I ate them all.
Yeah. Okay, I have 2 questions, one for each person. Ruth, could you tell us a little bit about Dead Boy Detectives?
Yeah.
Where you're up to, whether you've started filming, finished filming?
Yeah.
And Rob, I wanted to know a little bit more about the podcast. My question was really, when you are reviewing the podcast, are you aware in the back of your mind, if somebody's told you or you have the knowledge anyway, of the episodes that are particularly in our hearts when you review them? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, so Richard Spate and I host a podcast called Supernatural Then and Now, where it's a rewatch podcast. Thank you. And so we watch the shows, and then we tape the podcasts, and we usually do about 3 at a time. And we're watching it in real time. We're watching it and having the experience on our own for ourselves. So. And then when we get on, there's like a pre-written synopsis that I read through, and then we give our review. So, no, not really. I mean, we know what we know. I mean, for example, we just reviewed the first one Richard was in, and I know that that's a big episode. I've heard of that episode, but also it's kind of obvious because we're fans of the show. We're experiencing it in real time is the thing, but we don't necessarily have it's not someone telling us like, hey, just so you know, this is a big show with fans. We know a lot coming into it, just having done conventions for almost 15 years, and also having been on the show. But no, what's cool about it is that we're experiencing that for ourselves and going, oh wow, this And I've had conversations with fans where I'm like, that first episode of season 2, or even going like, season 1 was. For me, it was more than just Monster of the Week. It was really terrific. And I was almost expecting it to not be great, and I was blown away with how great it was. And fans are going, that's right. And then...
They're like, thanks for catching up.
Yeah, and then season 2 is like, it just keeps one-upping itself and being better and better and better. It's really hitting its stride now in the middle of season 2. I'm just really sincerely enjoying the show for the first time. So yeah.
Come down into the living room and Rob's doing his research, which is watching Supernatural, and I'm like, you end up getting drawn into it, and it's like, is it really good? And I'm like, they're really young.
They're super young,
super cute.
but that's the thing about the show, is that no one really has to tell us that stuff, because we're the great shows really stick out, the great episodes really stick out, and you see that, and you see why people love, for example, Jim Beaver, or and how much you adore Sam and Dean, I can't wait, I'm so excited.
They're so good. They're so good. So there's the choices that they made early on that have carried through, that the reasons you love Dean, or you love Sam, they're there from the get-go, and just what they've done with them is fun. And then
Dean is so cool. He's so cool, man. He's like... so cool.
I was right when I said you'd be friends with Dean.
No, I'm a fan of Dean. I don't think Dean would have anything to do with me. Like, huh? Who? He's like Han Solo to me. I'm not cool enough to be friends with him, but he's Han Solo. And then Sam is just adorable. He's a big, huge, adorable puppy. They're so, and I feel sorry for Sam a lot, because he didn't ask to be a part of this life. He got kind of pulled away from school. This horrible thing happened to his girlfriend. She burned on the ceiling like his mother did, and I still don't know why!
Wow.
So I'm gonna find out. Anyway.
Occasionally you're really excited for the special guests you have on.
Super excited.
You are, genuinely. You're like, oh.
Big time, yeah.
So-and-so, like Ruth Connell on today, or whoever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get to talk to directors and writers and crew. It's really fun. So what about you?
I had to try and remember what the question was for me. It's been a while.
What was it?
I asked you about
Dead Boy. So
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm going to be in Vancouver shooting for about 6 months. I've got 7. What are you going to say?
What's the show?
Dead Boy Detectives.
And where will we be able to watch it?
Okay, just. So it goes both ways. No. So it's I've lost my train. Dead Boy Detectives. Okay, so it's from the Sandman. There's a couple of the characters were in, from the Neil Gaiman world. So Neil Gaiman's an EP on the show, which might interest, some gave fans. And but Steve Yockey, who wrote some of my best Rowena episodes towards the end of Supernatural, and who I actually know through the theatre world in LA, he mentioned this part to me 4 years ago. It takes a long time for these things to percolate through, so it's just a miracle. It's a Hollywood miracle that it's come through that I'm actually getting to do the part and haven't recast, Karen Gillan as me or something. And she's too young, but you know what I mean. So I'm super excited. I've got about 7 of the scripts. It's really good. I'm not just saying that. And Steve Yockey said to me yesterday, make sure you tell everyone here. And I was like, oh, don't worry. I already have been. He's really excited. And then there's a really nice lady in it I hope I get to make friends with called Jen, who Rob did a film with. Jen Lyon.
Jen Lyon, yeah.
So yeah.
And it's going to be on HBO Max. It's on HBO Max.
HBO Max. Yeah, I'm on a fancy network now. And I'm so excited to do it, and I hope you all tune in. It's quite magical in its own way, and it's quite ahead of its time. Well, when the comics were written, the graphic novels were written, there's great source material, and as most of you will know, some of that source material was way ahead of its time, and we're only now having people who are mixed race or non-gendered specific, or all that, and that's kind of a lot of that's in there, but in a very organic way, not in a kind of cut and paste. Does that make sense? So I'm really hopeful that it's a smash and runs for 15 years. What do you think the chances are?
100%. I think it's going to be great, and it's a great cast, and he's such a great writer. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm just going to miss you because you're going to be in Vancouver.
Oh, you can come and visit.
I will.
And I'll come and visit. It's all good. I'm really excited.
Really good.
And I'm sure this is lots of personal information. I'm subletting Al-Cal's apartment. And it's really cool. I'm really excited. I'm going to live a little hipster life.
You're totally going to be the new Al-Cal.
I'm going to come with cool hats.
Cool hat, long t-shirt.
It would just be his stuff from his wardrobe. Anyway, we should probably move on to another question. I feel a bit like I've said too much.
If I come up and your hair is like platinum blonde, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hello.
Now,
What's your name? Where are you from?
before I ask my question, quick fun fact. So my name's Theodore, which means gift of God, and you're God, so...
You're my gift.
Yeah. So...
Happy Christmas.
So if there ever was a season 16 of Supernatural, would you come back, and how would you want to come back?
Yeah. I wanted to come back as soon as they left me in the dust. I think realistically they'd have to find me. I think that I'm working at like a broken down gas station or something that no one ever goes to in the middle of nowhere and just really lonely. And I'm not God anymore, so I'm writing again, which has been nice.
Not that you've thought about this at all.
And it's with pencil because I don't have a computer or anything, so I'm writing with pencil, paper. But it's been pretty boring here at the gas station, so we don't even have any gas. So hopefully the boys come and rescue me, and they're like, all right, Chuck, get in. And I'll be like, oh boy!
And then I imagine you want to work up to being a good God again.
I will try to work up to be a good God. Maybe Alex will make his
mistakes.
like assistant God in training.
Maybe he makes mistakes.
Alex makes a mistake?
Yeah, he makes mistakes, and then they realize you weren't so bad after all. I don't know.
Right. Or maybe they realize I was God all along. No, I wasn't. I'm not. I'm still working at the gas station. I'm writing.
In the gas station, there's just a few packets of peanuts.
That's right.
That's what you've got to sell. And the confectionery area.
Maybe you come to visit me, and you're like, so, Chuck.
Yeah, because I was your guilty pleasure, so it's in the script.
What do you think? Would you be in it? 16?
Yeah. Oh, I'm dying to see. I know you didn't ask this, but I'll just answer it anyway. Rowena is having the best time. She's finally in a position of power. She's seen how Fergus Crowley did it, and she thinks she can do it better. and she can. And Chris has heard this 100 times. She's making hell great again.
MHGA, making hell great again.
Oh, okay. Next
Rowena.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Thank you, Theodore.
Cool name.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Are you another redhead?
I am, yeah.
Welcome.
I'm also another Scottish redhead. So.
Where are you from?
Well, I was waiting for that. I was the, who are you, what do you want?
Oh, yeah.
I'm from Edinburgh. So,
Whereabouts in Edinburgh?
near the zoo. Carrick now, you probably know.
Near the zoo.
Near the zoo.
You've seen the zoo.
I've seen the zoo. Look at us, all of us, just some Scottish people.
Rob's Scottish
Speak the same language.
Rob's Scottish accent is based on a film from the 70s called Gregory's Girl. It was shown on his cable channel. And the accent that he picked up is like a 50-year-old Scottish woman in the 70s and playing a 12-year-old. So it was already unusual and quite specific. And that's the Scottish accent you do.
That's right.
Watch Gregory's Girl and you will know. You lied.
You lied? Did you kiss her? No. You lie, you kiss her at least 50 times.
That's a 50-year-old woman in the 70s playing a 12-year-old Scottish girl. Anyway, you get it.
Aye. But, on that note, I just wondered, do you ever have to tell Rob, go to no do that?
Have I ever said that to you?
What'd you say?
Going to no do that.
Going to do that? I don't think so.
No, I'd say I do come away with some corkers.
Alright.
What is a corker?
A corker. You know what a corker is?
What's a corker?
A stoter.
What's a stoter?
A real whammy.
Well, I don't know what you're saying. Wait, what did she say?
Come on,
A
Rob.
pelter. A pelter.
What did she say? What was the thing that she
Going to
said?
no do that. Going to not do that. Going to no do that. Like, just effing stop it. Going to no do that.
Don't stop doing that.
No, it's just like, no, stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
Don't go to no do that.
Right.
No, because
What did you-
I haven't done that because this is what would happen.
Wait. What do you say to me all the time that's, oh, you can dish it out, but you can't take it?
You can give it, but you can't attack it. That comes from my friend who was in Kirkcaldy. We were doing a pantomime, and we were in this one nightclub in Kirkcaldy, which is a very nice town, but it was a little bit of a rough area. And they were in the bathroom having a whiz, as you say sometimes. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're supposed to play in Canada. But anyway, there was a person who'd just been in prison came to do the bathroom beside my friend, and he was talking about being in prison, about how we'd gee it, but he wouldn't attack it. And that's my story.
Oh, dear. That got dark at the end. But I can tell you, she says a lot of things that I don't know what she's saying. And, you lived in Scotland your whole life until like 10 years ago now. But there's so many things that are ingrained. Like, wait, I just lost it. You'll say things that are like, wait,
You never did.
Oh, she never did.
Good and bad. Good and bad. Like, you bought me a really nice Christmas present. I was like,
You never did. And then I'm like, yeah, like,
you did something wrong.
yeah.
Oh, you never did.
I forgot to buy a ticket to the thing.
Oh, you never did.
But she says, she'll say, can we call the council to come take away that tree out front? I'm like, what council? Like a big, this man in robes and hoods, like, welcome to the council.
No, but up here they get it because it's like British Columbia and they have provinces and like they have other fancy words. So they get it.
Can we tell the council?
Like, should we phone the council? And he's like, like
Who?
Star Trek?
The council.
The council. And he's like, well, the LA city or the city?
Bum, bum, bum. Welcome to the council. Like long beards. I am the council.
No, darling, you were the council.
Oh, I was so. Oh.
Should we just end there?
Maybe.
We've got to sing ourselves off, don't we?
Well, everybody, thank you. I'm Rob. This is Ruth. Ruth Connell, everybody.
Rob Benedict, everyone.
Ruth and I. Thank you, everybody.